The Audit of Ablenton. Leo and Zara stood before the sleek glass doors of the Science Integrity Office. As the newest summer interns, they expected to be washing beakers, but instead, they were handed a thick folder. "This is the Sunshore Limited report on their new pain reliever Ablenton," their supervisor said. "Audit it. Tell me if the science holds up or if it's just fancy marketing." Leo gripped his tablet while Zara sharpened her pencil. The investigation was officially on. "Let's start with the basics," Leo said, opening the digital file. "To evaluate any study, we need to identify the variables." He pointed to the screen. The independent variable, the thing the scientists changed, was the type of medication given. The dependent variable, the thing they measured, was the level of pain reported by the subjects. "If these aren't clearly defined, the whole experiment is a house of cards," Leo noted, checking the consistency of the units used in the data tables. Zara flipped to the section on experimental design. "They used 150 subjects," she read aloud. "That's a decent sample size, but look at how they split them." The subjects were divided into 3 groups. One received Ablenton, one received a leading brand, and the third was the control group, receiving a placebo. "A good experiment must have a control group to show what happens without the new medicine," Zara explained. "Otherwise, we don't know if the results are just a coincidence." Leo frowned as he scrolled to the bottom of the report. "Wait, look at the funding," he said, pulling Zara over. "The entire study was paid for by Sunshore Limited, the very company that makes Ablenton." "That's a potential conflict of interest," Leo warned. "When the people who want the product to succeed are the ones paying for the research, it can lead to bias. We have to look extra closely to see if they ignored any negative results." "Check the peer review section," Zara suggested. "A credible scientific paper should be reviewed by independent experts before it's published." They searched the document, but found no mention of an external review or publication in a recognized medical journal. Without peer review, the study lacked a crucial layer of accountability. "It's like grading your own homework," Zara muttered, crossing out a credibility box on her checklist. Leo began analyzing the data. The report proudly displayed a graph showing a 20% drop in pain for the Ablenton group. "The numbers seem correct," Leo admitted, "but look at their conclusion." The report claimed that because the pain dropped, Ablenton was, quote, "guaranteed to be the most effective medicine on the market." Leo shook his head. "That's an overreach. You can't generalize a sample of 150 people to the entire world's population." Zara looked at the observational data included in the appendix. Sunshore Limited had asked 50 people at a local gym how they felt after taking Ablenton. "This is an observational study, but the scope is too narrow," she noted. "People at a gym might be healthier or younger than the general public. This data isn't representative of everyone who might need pain relief. It's a biased sample." "And here's the classic mistake," Leo said, pointing to a sidebar in the report. It claimed that because people who took Ablenton also reported sleeping better, Ablenton caused better sleep. "That's correlation, not causation," Leo explained. "Maybe they slept better because their pain was lower, or maybe they just had comfortable pillows. The study didn't test for sleep, so they can't claim the pill caused it." They reached the final page of the report. The headline read, "Ablenton, soon to be the leading brand." Zara and Leo looked at each other. "The data shows a 20% improvement, which is good," Zara said. "But the leading brand in their own test actually performed exactly the same as Ablenton. Their conclusion is exaggerated and biased." They began typing their final audit, highlighting the overreach and the lack of independent verification. The next morning, Leo and Zara presented their findings. Their supervisor smiled as she read their audit. "You didn't just look at the numbers, you looked at the story behind them," she said. Leo and Zara realized that being a scientist, or a science auditor, wasn't just about knowing facts. It was about asking the right questions, spotting bias, and ensuring that truth never gets lost in the fine print.